already know that you sabotage for yourself every single day, probably more than you're even aware of. And what I mean by this is you abandon yourself on a consistent basis. How many times have you said, I'm going to start doing something, I'm going to stop doing something, I'm going to really change this and this and this in your life, and you never, ever, ever do it? How many times? How many times has that happened to you in your life? So when you are not following through, which is something that everybody does, what happens is, it's not just that you didn't follow through. What comes afterwards? Well, then you blame yourself. See, I'm not the kind of person that follows through. I knew it. I'm useless. So here's what I know about people. The potential that we have is endless. Endless potential. If you ask anyone, what's the potential of a human being? It's absolutely magnificent. Look at people out there creating immense things in their lives. Are they lucky? Are they just the kind of person that had a better life than you? No, absolutely not. There's people that are broke creating magic in the world. There's people that are rich creating magic. It's got nothing to do with money. It's got to do with how much potential that you actually believe that you have as a human being. And we know it's endless, but you don't believe it's endless. Now imagine what would be different if you believed everything that you decided to do, that you actually believed you had whatever it took to pull that off. Do you think that you would take more action? Do you think you would follow through more likely? You would, right? Which means you would get a much bigger result. Which means you would then tell yourself, you know what? I'm the kind of person that takes action and follows through, which means your life would move forward. It always starts with number one. You don't believe that you're the kind of person that can pull this off. You don't believe you have the potential. So you never take the action, you never get the result, and then you keep telling yourself, I never follow through on anything, I'm a loser, I'm not good enough. So what if you'd stop being a victim right now? What if you'd stop blaming the world around you for why you're not taking action, for why you're not stepping up, for why you're not having the life of your dreams? What if you would stop blaming everybody else, take personal responsibility and say, what if I was the kind of person with massive potential? What would be possible in my life? And then you make a commitment to follow through every day, being that person. And I'm going to tell you something. Not just will you pull off whatever it is that you're wanting to pull off, your identity will shift. And you will start feeling like, I can do anything now. I can take on anything because I know that I have the capacity and the potential to follow through, because that's the kind of person I am moving forward now. That's the kind of person that I'm committed to showing up as. So please just take that one step. Anything that you commit to, just say to yourself, I have massive potential in this area and I'm going to do whatever it takes. Get hungry about your life. Get excited about your life. Step outside of what you think is comfortable and risk things. Make a fool of yourself. Who gives a shit? At the end of the day, one single life is what you have, and it's right now. So the question is, are you utilizing this life to full potential? Are you playing small and being a victim?